iSpani. I stand up, I get up, apela umoya shona khona. Ahubuluza focus, come on, be a go-getter. Ashona khona, stay focused. Opportunities, you gotta get this, you gotta fight it, skills.
Kitty, holla, with them boys. Yes, I am that boy, Abulele Qulu, and it is that show, iSpani. Kitty, uzayithola kanjani uhlele khoneni, suke bondeni uhambe eGerazela mfethu, ngoba we have many mountains to climb and many rivers to cross. Speaking of things of that nature, yebo ke zabe sibheke icareer ehambiselana nezemvelo bafethu, kodwa ngaphambi ukuthi lento ayinasimilo, asingulisa abantu basemakhaya. Kithi sanibonani, and a salute to all my hustlers. Kithi sinini besiphethe ukufika nini ihustle lethu ke elifuna ukuba i-social ecologist khona laphana e-wetlands. Ithi masifika khona sabona ukuthi abantu abathi imvelo inakekela kanjani bafethu, ingakho ke sithi sibafake esigela nehustle sabana namuhla uNombulele intokazi yalaphana kaQulu, yona ethi yona ke ifuna ukuba environmental education facilitator or officer, njengoba ke afuna ukuletha ushintsho olukhulu kulomhlaba omuhle siphila kuwo. Getting, I guess school is in. Name, Abulele Qulu. Age, 23. Education, matric. Social qualification, BSS, Geography, Environmental Management, UKZN.
Ndikhulele eManfre, Eastern Cape. Ndihlala endaweni ekuthiwa kuseMvuzi. Ndingumntwana othuleyo but othandayo ukwazi izinto. Ndibuza imibuzo emininzi, utsho njalo umama wami uthi ndibuza imibuzo emininzi, ndifuna ukwazi izinto uba iyenzeka kanjani, kutheni, yonke le nto le. Ndingumntwana ohloniphayo, obathandayo abazali nabantwana basekhaya nefamily yam nje yonke.
Ever since ndamazi Abulele, ndabona umntwana omonde onenhlonipho nefocus ebomini. Ukuqala kwethu but sasithanda uxabana, ndandingamfuni. But shame ethanda uzisondeza kum, I think wayendithanda since waqala undibona. But ndandingamfuni because wayethanda qithi uzithanda izinto. But then I could see that I was seeing myself in her.
Ndifunde eMahamane, ndifunde khona babanga ami aphansi. Xa ndigqibayo ugrade 9 ndazohlala eMaritzburg, ndafunda khona high school yam. I-subjects ebendizithanda i-geography kakhulukazi ne-tourism. Njengamntwana wonke uba nami bendifuna uba ngumuntu ophumeleleyo empilweni, ndibe nempilo eright, ndibe nezinto ezithile umuntu ayazirhalela xa engumntwana. Ikakhulukazi ndingumuntu oyithandayo impumelelo. Ndingathi mhlawumbe bendazi uba ndifuna uba yintoni because xa ndandibheka izinto endifuna ukuba zizo, ndandibheka izinto ezidibanisele ne-environment okanye into ezine-geography, o-geology, into ezinjalo, archaeology, into ezinjalo, kodwa into ezenza uba umuntu abe nomdla afuna uku-explora izinto. So zona nto bendisoloke ndikhala ukuba zizo ezo. Ndadicide ngoba mandenze i-environmental management kwayiyo endigqibele ndiyenzile. Into eyandikhuthazayo kakhulu uba mhlawumbe ndibe ndithande nezinto zemvelo, kuba esikoleni sasiba ne-trips sasizihamba siye koThekwini, eGoli, eKapa, into ezinjalo. So ndiyithanda loo nto leyo uba ndibona iindawo ezihlukahlukeneyo because South Africa ineendawo ezintle. So kwayiloo nto mhlawumbe yaba nomtsalane kum uba ndide ndibe nale nto eqwalaselayo into zendalo. Ikakhulukazi ndikhule efemelini apho umuntu enza le nto arhalela ukuyenza. Noba mhlawumbi bona bengayiqhelanga, xa ngabe ubonayo uba wena mnikazi wayo uqinisekile ngayo. Abazali bam kakhulukazi akhange ndibaxelele noba ndiza kwenza ntoni. Ndithe qha ndi-aplayile and then nda-acceptwa. So loo nto ndandithe ndifuna ukuyenza bona bayabhatala qha, mna ndafunda into endiyifunayo. Bayi-understande kamva almost ndigqiba ne-degree yam uba yintoni kanye endiyenzayo, even though bengakwazi kuyichaza kakuhle uba yintoni. Bona ayazi uba yinto edibanisa ne-environment, babukele o-National Geography bezama uku-understand le nto endiyifunayo. So loo nto ofuna ukuyifunda uye uyifunde ngoba yonwabisa wena.
Emva koba iWESSA ifumene i-Groensebenza internship that mayifuna abantu for abazongena ku-Groensebenza, then the only person endaye ndamcinga ngu-Abulele.
Ukuqala kwamuva ngeWESSA ndeva from umuntu endandifunda naye but yena engaphambili kwami, so ethi usebenza eWESSA nento ezinjalo ndinomdla kwazi uba kwenziwa ntoni eWESSA. And then wabe wandi-emailela i-link ene-applications ze-Groensebenza, then ndaqala apho kuyiva ndabe ndikhetha ke ngoba into endirhalela ukuyenza, then I got the call ke ngoba funeka ndifike ndizokwenza i-interview. I-Groensebenza ngoku-understanda kwami into esendizivileyo izawuba yi-program ya-2 years and 6 months. Ibhekelele noba incedise mhlawumbe abantu abangasebenziyo bangene into i-biodiversity sector, bafumana ii-skills kakhulukazi bazi uba xa ngaba ungumntu mhlawumbe othe ufundela ukuba kwi-biodiversity sector, xa usemsebenzini wenza njani, zintoni ezenzekayo, zintoni ezingenzeki, yintoni elindeleke kuwe, yintoni engalindelanga kuwe, ukusilungisela uba xa ngaba sowufumana umsebenzi ube usungumntu uzokwazi ukwenza umsebenzi ngendlela eyiyo. Ikakhulukazi kwicandelo lokufumana i-skills yona nto endikhalela mhlawumbe endinomdla wokuyifumana kule program. Enye into ke nokwazi abantu, network, ndazi uba ubani ngubani ufitha phi kule sector sikuyo.
I hope and I'm holding my thumbs ukuthi uzayifumana internship, and I just know it that uzayifumana. When she wants something, she puts herself, she puts focus. She's determined. When she does something, she does her best.
Isisho sesilungu esithi those who can't do teach. Kodwa mina ngithi abantu abakwazi kwenza ibona ke abafundisayo, njengahasta lethu elilaphana ke eWESSA bafethu, the Wildlife and Environment Society of South Africa. Ke bazokunikeza ithuba lokuthi ashaye adume ngazo. Mina ngitongazi, do that thing that you do so well. Ngithi what does that even mean? I don't know, but I hope it gets her going.
Good morning. Sarah Alcock from WESSA. I'm the Human Resources Manager. I'd like to introduce myself to you. Abulele. Welcome to WESSA.
Thank you for having me.
Great. Well, this is the Groensebenza internship program that you've applied for. We're very excited to receive your application, and you've been shortlisted, which is great. There's quite a few positions that we're recruiting for, and this particular position is for an environmental educator. Right, really just to start off with, what led to your interests into the biodiversity sector?
Really appreciating the scenery and the nature in South Africa. I've always loved traveling. At home we travel a lot. So I guess I began to grow some love and passion for nature. And then I later realized that the career on environmental management perhaps speaks to me. And then my sister also, she does some work on tourism, and she's been telling me about all these beautiful places. And then later on I realized in my studies that there is some need of supporting the environmental sector in terms of how people work with it. So that's how I got involved with environmental management and pursuing the degree in essence.
Okay. Here at WESSA, we're very much a value-based organisation, and I'm really keen to get a sense of, if I had to ask you, what are your values as a person?
Respect, love, and being honest with the next person, in integrity. Because for me, all those values, they link to how you grow up as a person, how you grow as an organisation. So when you respect the next person, it says a lot about who you are as a person. So
yes. And if I had to ask you, describe yourself in one word, how would you do that?
Energetic, I'd say.
Energetic. Good. I like that. Okay. Just a little bit about WESSA and our organisation. Just keen to find out what you can share with me, what you know about our organisation.
I've heard that they're involved with the Rhino Poaching Initiative, elephants initiatives also, and that they're really the core of WESSA is working with people and doing public participation, human capacity development through environmental education, and really working with people so that they can be part of making that change and own that change. So that's what I know at this point about WESSA.
Fantastic. Thanks, Abulele. I'm really impressed at the research that you've done on WESSA as an organisation. And so our organisation is 89 years old. We're the largest and the oldest environmental NGO in South Africa.
Wow.
And we're involved in a number of environmental projects around South Africa, across the provinces. So really, I'm really excited to hear that in your rural village in the Eastern Cape, that you had this great need and aspiration to be part of the sector. So yeah, really, really excited to hear that. Just a little bit about where to from here. We have a working interview to really get a sense of who you are and how you facilitate, because this position is involved in education and facilitation, where you'd be working with school groups, with adults, with small children. Really keen to get a sense of what it's like in the field. So we've got a couple of activities that we've planned for the rest of the day. So I'm hoping that you're going to be open to that.
All right.
So,
yeah, thank you.
Good. Well, thank you, and it's been fantastic to get to know you.
Yeah.
And we look forward to spending the rest of the day with you today.
Thank you so much for having me and for calling me for the interview. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Abulele.
Haslase, ena ene ile interview entle haholo. Ngwanana wa le tseba lefapha lena, lerato le kgathallo e anang le yona ho tsa naha di supa di-values tsa hae. Wa bona di-values tsa hao di bua ka bowena ba hao, dithato, ditakatso le ditoro tsa hao. Empa hopola dilo tseo kaofela o lokela ho di bua professional. Re iponetse hore ha o entse research ya hao o ya shebahala hape o utlwahala o le bohlale. Ha o etsa research ya websiteng ya company ho fumana ho ngata. Ha eka ba hona le di-TV programs di cheke, ya internet, etsa research, fumana di-articles le di-journals tse di buang ka lefapha leo. Di-library le teng ba na le dibuka ka ho fapana le di-articles tse di buang ka mafapha a mangata. Haholo, ha eka ba hona le motho mo tsebang ya sebetsang lefapheng le wena o batlang ho ya ho lona, e ba mokgotsi wa hae. Ha re khutla ka morapapatso, Abulele o ile tobana le task ya hae ya pele.
Engithi hustlers sitshela umphakathi population uthi i-pollution ayikho popular bafethu njengoba ke silaphana eintabeni zase Hilton eKZN. Somebody hustler lethu ke uAbulele Qulu, intokazi ke siphethe degree yayo laphana ku geography environmental sciences bafethu, yaphinda futhi yanikeza ngesikhathi esiningi ivolunteer laphana ilobe ihambisa wona lo mlayezo endaweni yangakubo bafethu eKZN. Kodwa thina sifuna ukwazi ukuthi kahle kahle laba bantu bayenzani.
Uma ungumumvu loyithandzako imvelo futhi ukuthakasela nekuhlephulela nalabanye ngalolo lwati lwakho ngetemvelo futhi uphindze ukwati nekubakhutsata kuhlanganyela nawe kulowo mkhankaso wakho wokongabuhle bemvelo, umsebenzi kude konga imvelo wendelwe wena. Kanzi futhi kuba nalemibadlwana longatikhethela kiyo esigabeni sediploma noma ke sedegree. Kuba nemaphoyisa labekwako kwendela kukhulumisana nekwenta tincomo tsite nebalimi kuqinisekisa kusebenziseka kahle kwendzawo kanye nekongeka kwemvelo kanye nekushiyashiyana kwayo. Laba bukete tekuchumana netakhamuti bona basebenta kukhulumisana nemimango lengasemaphakhi etilwane kuqinisekisa ukuthi Imvelo iyanakekeleka ngendlela lefanele futhi kunakwe netimvo letifaka ekhatsi kutingela kutsengiseka kahle kwetilwane letemagugu kithi kuthi kuhamba ngendlela lefanele futhi leyenetisa wonke muntu nako konke lokutsindzekako. Laba bukete tekuthuthukisa kwemimango bona basita imimango leminyenti leyahlukahlukene kutsi bakwati kusitakala ke kusebenziseka kahle kwetimvo letimagugu letitfolakala kule mimango yabo. Kutsi kumbe kungaba timbali tesiganga, tilwane tasendle noma ke buhle baleyo ndzawo lobungakwati nekukhanga tivakashi imbala, tihlahla letiniketa imithi letsite kanye nemihlanga lesebenta ekwakheni imisebenti yetandla. Bese ke kutsi betemfundvo bona nebagcugcuteli bafundzisa tivakashi letahlukene ngemvelo kanye nebuhle bemasiko latfolakala kuma-museums, emaphaki kanye nakuletinye tindzawo tekutijabulisa. Kuyo yonke imisebenti lefaka ekhatsi kusebenza ngebantfu kugcina likusasa, kusita kanye nekwatisa kwentela melula sibantfu kutsi sikwati kuchumbana nemvelo.
Batho ba latela ditsela tse fapaneng go ba di-environmental education officer. Ko university, di-degree in environmental science di teng ene di-university tse dingata di a di-offera. Di-diploma le tsona di teng ko di-University of Technology. Hape, di-short courses in environmental education di a fumaneha go tswa ko di-NGO tje ka WESSA kapa Rhodes University. Se bohlokwa ke gore ha o santsane o le sekolong o lokela go etsa di-subjects tse leng gore di na le maths, physical science kapa le yona life science.
Ngithi uyazi ukuthi kulula kangakanani ukuthi ube nothando nogqozi nofuqufuqu kunto okholelwa kuyo kodwa kuba nzima ke ukuthi uhambe egqugquzela intsha ke esafufusa esenza ukuthi ibone lento oyibonayo. Ngithi hayi ke intokazi sizobona ukuthi kunzima kangakanani njengoba ke izosebenza ngeingane. Ngithi mina ke angisenawo amaningi yaqala ke inkathaso madoda.
My name is Catherine Fourie. I work at WESSA. I'm a facilitator and materials developer in an education unit called Sustain Ed. I started working for WESSA about 2.5 years ago in the position of a materials developer. So I came in to do some writing work basically and wound up in a permanent position within WESSA. So I do quite a lot of facilitating and working with people and the accredited training environment. Since I was young, I've always really enjoyed being outdoors. It's a huge part of my childhood, the way I grew up. Hi Abulele.
Hi.
My name's Catherine. I'm a facilitator here at WESSA. So one of the tasks that we have for you today, if you're going to become a facilitator and work at WESSA, one of the things we work a lot with is citizen science tools, and one of them is called the MiniSAS. MiniSAS stands for the Stream Assessment Scoring System, which is a really interesting tool because you can go down to any water source, be it a dam, a river or a lake, and you're able to assess the quality of the stream just by looking at the macroinvertebrates that live in the stream. So a macroinvertebrate is a small insect that doesn't have a backbone, and they're very sensitive to pollution. So depending on what you find, you can tell whether the water source is being affected by outside influences like perhaps runoff from farming upstream or from tar roads or that kind of thing. And what we're going to do today is ask you to lead the task with a group of children, which is one of the learner groups that we often deal with. Do you think you'll be okay with that?
Yeah, sounds like something that I could do.
Cool. Alrighty. Let's go.
And I have to go down the river now.
Ngithi i-International Eco School Program ke eqhutshwa yiyona iWESSA imisele ke ukudala ama-scientists amancane asafufusa ezikolweni ezigango-1200 around eSouth Africa. I-MINISAS ke yibona ke abantu abashaya ama-survey wamanzi babheka iy'lwane ey'ncane ephile emanzini. Uma-ke ziziningi bafethu kusho lawo manzi lawo ahlanzekile aphinde futhi alungele i-biodiversity.
Okay guys, I've got a wonderful facilitator here today. Her name's Abulele, and Abulele is going to be taking you through this activity. Okay, so over to Abulele.
Thanks so much, Kath. Hi guys, how are you? Good, good. We all know why water is important, right? All right, so we're gonna do a very mini task here. We're gonna go into the water, we're gonna play and find out what insects are there. We call them nunus. We're gonna look at what nunus are in the water, and then you're gonna tell me, and then you're gonna circle. I'm gonna give you a piece of paper where you're gonna circle what nunu you found, and then we're gonna do a scoring, and then we find out what's the health of this river, like how good is this water? Can we actually drink from this water? Is that fine with you? All right, we're gonna need to take off our shoes and jump into the water and play. Anyone has questions, please. Another thing, you need to be very careful on the rocks where you step so that you guys are safe and you don't hurt yourself. Not fine. I'll have probably 3 here and another 3 at the top stream there. Gonna need this to get the nunus. There you go. Okay, do the little one. You can use your magnifying glass also. Njengomntu ofunde into ze-environment kumnandi kum xa ndingena emanzini, even though ebanda ke but ke kuba right, and nokusebenza nabantwana into endiyithandayo, so kuba mnandi uva nabo uba bathini noba baziva kanjani xa besebenza nezinto zendalo.
And on here there's some other, I don't know what those are, like slimy things.
Guys, there's plenty
with the actual worms that you had squiggling.
You can come get some of them. Your container must have water, so you can wash them off into your other tap. That should be fine.
So if we look on our book here,
What's that?
minnow mayfly is worth 5.
Dom, I think we can get out of the water now. You don't have to tell me the number of nunus you got.
One of my things isn't here.
It's fine, yeah. If you have a worm, you're gonna circle. If you have a damsel feed.
I was very impressed with the way she started off. I think she was a little bit nervous. She sort of said, off you go, take off your shoes. But then she very quickly said, oh, but you need this container. And she stayed with the younger girls, which I was happy about. The 2 older kids, she let them be a bit more independent, but she guided the younger ones. And she made sure that they were finding the bugs when they were finding it a bit difficult. She encouraged them to try different ways to find the bugs.
From i-results zabantwana into esiyifumanisileyo uba amanzi asezingeni eli-right, kodwa ke into esingayitsho ebantwini uba bangathi xa begqiba ukwenza le nto bekade siyenza bawasela amanzi, kwafuneka kuqala bawathathe kuqala alungele ukuselwa na. Kodwa ke iziphumo esizifumeleleyo zisuka ku-6 uya ku-9 echaza uba noko le ndawo ayiphazamiseka kakhulu.
O na le di-skills tse bohlokwa haholo tse le hore di a hlokahala mona mosebetsing ona. O ya kgona go rutisa, o ya kgona go sebedisana le batho, hape o ya kgona go buisana le batho. Empa se ke sa se fumanang go tswa ko yena, ha ka fumana le thabo le kgahlego go rutiseng ha hae. My hustlers, hopola gore energy ya hao ke yona e tla controla mekgwa ya batho le gore ba etse mosebetsi ka tsela e wena o batlang gore ba o etse. Ha e ka ba le wena o batla go ithuta go motivate batho ba ile o sebedisana le bona, o lokela go ba mohlala wena. Se o se etsang le bona ba tla se etsa. O lokela go kgathalla batho ene hape o tshepahale mosebetsing. Ha se re bua ka lethabo le kgatlhego, ha re gutla ka mora papatso, Mac o tla le iSpani Q ya rona, re latela Abulele le yena o ile go kopana le tse ding tsa di eco champion tse di leng teng ko community.
iSpani Q sesisa kule viki bafethu ngithi inzima kakhulu ngithi kushuthi imibuzo wethu nayo uzoba nzima ngithi uyazi umele wenzeni uthi #iSpani with a capital Q bese uyalaphana ku Twitter yethu @iSpani on SABC1 bese ufaka eyakho impendulo umbuzo wethu ke uhamba kanje what animal eats and drinks with its tail what animal eats and drinks with its tail bafethu uthumela yakho impendulo uthi mkhafazo kodwa manje we are on to the next one bafethu sibona ihasa lethu lilaphana ke nementor yakhe ke uKevin bafethu nomphakathi walaphana ke ngisho ku informal settlement eseduzane nalapha yana asibabone
Okay, sabona Abulele. NginguKevin, sebenza eWESSA. Lo sisi lona kuzongile usebenza lana. Okay. So mina umsebenzi wami eWESSA ukuthi ngifundise ama communities yabo ngezinto ezenzakalayo kwindawo zabo kakhulukazi la eshiya abazali zikhona nezinye indawo yabo. Into esiyenzayo siyasifike lana sibheke izimo ababhekene nazo kakhulukazi izinto ezihlangana nama environmental issues yabo. Lento esiyenza sibeke bese sibatshela uburongo nezinto abangazenza ukuze ba overcome lama issues la. Then ke kube khona usisi lo yena usebenza kwaDuct yabo iDuct yiduzi umngeni conservation trust into ayenzayo yena utesta lamanzi lana uwatesta kathathu ngosuku njalo emveni maqedwa watesta ahambisa uLiz weDuct
Okay.
uLiz abesenza bese wathumela kumasipala lento iyasiza ukuthi babone ukuthi okay manje kushuthi ebengcolile kanjani so that bazokwazi ukulungisa into zabo kodwa even though inkinga yabe ngakalungiseki kahlehle kodwa bayazama ngokusince kwabakhona lento yokumonita ya ukhona umbuzo nawo
Hayi no uyavakala
okay into enzoyenza ke ngizocela lo sisi lona akuthathe sihambe siye lapha abese khombisa ukuthi uyenza kanjani lento usuku nosuku
Okay.
Okay ngicela sihambe ke sisi
Hustlers inkinga esibhekene nayo kakhulu la eMzansi amanzi ahlanzekile ngoba ke imiphakathi eminingi ayinawo amanzi asempompini ngisho nazo ke indawo zangasese lokudala abantu ukuthi bahambe bayolanda amanzi emfuleni angahlanzekanga angaletha ke ugula emakhaya phinde futhi ku affect ke nezilwane ngisho nazo ke izitshalo yo usho ukuthi lamanzi aclean
Inzima into ebonakala kule ndawo because kunokungcola kuyanuka ayikho right for i-health yabantu because xa ujonga amanzi angcolile uya eklinwayo phaa esewage efanele uyaklineka in fact manditsho njalo amanzi angcole ngale ndlela and noba kulahlwe udoti phaa ayenzi lula laa nto apha emacaleni uyabona kukhona abantu abahlalayo khona so moya abaphefumlelayo awukho right banabo baphinde balahle kwakule ndawo ya inzima manditsho njalo akho right
I don't know what's the technique.
Jeka ga ele motho e leng gore o ke neetse go bolokeng setšhaba maemo a tjena ha a mo thabisa mahastlase le lokela go itukisetsa go etsa dikarolo tse ding tsa mosebetsi o e leng gore le wena o ka se o thabele
WESSA into ayenzayo ubanikeza abantu balana ulwazi uyabafundisa ubafundisa ngama environmental issues nokuthi kuyingozi kangakanani kubona kakhulukazi lo mfula lona nodoti okhona ngaphakathi la kule ndawo lena and then into enzekalayo siyasithole ama funding sikhethe abantu esibona ukuthi ba active ku community sibathathe sibase khona eWESSA eMngeni Valley sifike sibatrain ukubatraina kwabo khona bazobuya bazotshela i-community ukuthi yiziphi izinto abangazenza ukuhlangabezana nalesimo ababhekene nazo. So ngendlela enibone ngayo Abulele indlela enze ngayo ubonakala engumuntu okulambele ukwazi kangcono ngale ndawo ngaphambi koba asebenzane nabantu ngoba angibonanga egxeka ngendlela engakhi megxeka ugxeka ngendlela eyakhayo echaza ukuthi bazokwazi ukuthi basebenzisane nomphakathi lo kule ndawo.
Ndingasebenza nabantu mhlawumbe bayifundise ba into yokulahla udoti phansi ayikho right ibachaphazela njani. Ndibafundise futhi nangendlela abangaripota ngayo mhlawumbe bancedise isisongile because ndimbuza isisongile ba uyasebenza nabantu apha endaweni bayambuka bahambe bambone into yakhe yenziwa nguye yedwa. So funeka nabafundiswe bayazi bakwenzeka ntoni ithetha ukuthini lento eyenzeka apha noba mhlawumbe ingabachaphazela kanjani i-health yabo into ezinjalo. So ndingavuya ukubanceda kuloo nto leyo mhlawumbe singatshintsha isimo masitsho njalo.
Jeka a tshilo ha se a bone dilo tse tjena ho tlile gore thuto e ya hlokahala setjhabeng ene selo se bohlokwa ha o neilwe task e go hlola botsa mentor wa ha gore a go rute technique ha e gore o ibusetse ko yena jeka ha Abulele a yentse ha re khutla ka morapapatso Abulele o tšhintšha digere se a sebedisana le batho ba baholo make le yena finally o araba iSpani queue ya rona.
Hustler saseyile ndaba bafethu ngibukele iSpani sihamba nehustler lethu uAbulele Qulu intokazi yaseKZN erinyathwa ikepela kaTsatlhago njengoba ke ifuna usebenzisa ulwazi lakho ukuhambisa omlayezo wokuvukelela imvelo njengoba abhalisele internship lapha njenge-environmental education officer or facilitator nayo ke iWESSA the Wildlife and Environment Society of South Africa. Kodwa ngaphambi sobona ukuthi intokazi iqhuba kanjani ake sithi press up push up phanda khona lapha ku Twitter bafethu ku Spani Q njengoba sithe umbuzo wethu uhamba kanje. What animal eats and drinks with its tail? What animal eats and drinks with its tail? Bafethu, you have 5 minutes to go. Kodwa manje we have to go so bona intokazi iqhuba kanjani etaskini yakhe.
Good afternoon everyone, thanks so much for letting us join your group. Today I'm going to introduce you to Abulele and she's going to be taking you through this activity that's called the picture building game. So I hope you have a lot of fun and I'll just be standing around doing some observing. Good to go.
Thanks, Kath. Hi guys, like Kath has said, my name is Abulele. Zokhuluma nje nali ngomageba. Igame esoyidlala ibizwa nge-picture building game. Ila sozama uku-understanda kangcono izinto ezenzakala ku-environment nasemphakathini yethu. Njengoba vele senamakhadi asezandleni zenu, ngizobiza mina ikhadi elisesandleni sami bese ngiyalichaza ukuthi linani, nanibheke kumakhadi asezandleni zenu, bese niyanika loya ohleli lapha agijima azolibeka. Mase olibeke kuqala shuthi igroup yenu izothola ipoint bese siyabala sibona ukuthi yiphi igroup ewinile. Emva kwalokho bese siyadiscussa sicwaninga ukuthi kahle kahle yiziphi inkinga esibhekene nazo emphakathini yethu. Kuyazwakala? Alright. Imithetho sobanayo nje ukuthi umuntu akasukumi kulaba bagejimayo ngingakaqedi ukulichaza ikhadi elisesandleni sami bese nani niyamnika ukuthi alibeke. Siyathola? Alright. Okay, so qala ke isithombe sesandleni sami sinama factory la kuphuma khona intuthu eduze kwakhona kunolwandle nabantu abayahlalela nama hotel. Okay, isithombe silandelayo nginesithombe sendawo etshaliwe kodwa kukhona la kuugwadule khona okungatshaliwe kokunye sekukhulile eduze kwakhona kunomfula ohamba ngakhona. Igroup yama handsome yona ethola isithombe esiright. Okay, sibe nesithombe esinobaba otshalayo nge-tractor. Kune farm eduzane la khona izinto atshala ngazo bese namanzi la inkomo ephuza khona.
Activity 3 for the day involves an adult education activity called the picture building game. It's a series of environmental problems that are put onto a big picture. It's kind of like bingo. So what happens is two teams are set up in 2 rows, and they each have the same set of cards, which are represented by the small cards which represent the bigger picture. So the facilitator needs to describe the card, and 2 runners from each team will run and grab the matching card from one of their teammates and get it to the front, and they'll get a point for their score.
Okay guys, ngenxa yokushaya isikhathi ngizocela ningitshela ukuthi mhlawumbe kwizithombe zenu iziphi inkinga eniyibona lapha kumakhadi enu. Waqala ngale group engala.
Okay. Lana sibone i-water pollution.
Water pollution le kulopa mhlawumbe xa kwenzakalani?
Mhlambe la abanga ukuthi isitamkoko.
Ya,
kusuke isitamkokweni base izongena
emanzini isitamkoko. Okay. Kwelinye ikhadi kwenzakalani? Inhlabathi, okay, degradation. So kunomhlaba ogugulekayo. Okay. Siyabonga. Le enye group kunani esithombeni sabo?
Abulele actually did very well. The learners were at the end of a very long day, and you could see they were a bit tired and not really in the mood, so she had to kind of just judge their energy levels and not push it too hard. But you could see once the guys started running that they got quite excited about it. She let them talk about their own experiences to do with things like erosion and water pollution and that kind of thing.
Endiyithandileyo ngale activity endiyenzileyo uba ndisebenze nabantu athanda babadala, so bayazi understand ezi environmental issues eziveliwe kwi-cards, and basebenzisa into ezizi-visuals babona uba kwenzeka ntoni emphakathini. Bakhawuleze ba-understanda nabo, bandinika information back uba ba-understand uba zintoni ezenzakayo kanye kweze environment, into ezinjengamanzi nee-waste nento ezinjani. So ndiyithandile kakhulu because yenza uba nam ndifumane i-feedback uba abantu bayazi understanda nezinto more than uba mna ndimane ndibaxelela uba kwenzeka ntoni.
Hustlers ngithi seyashisa bafethu kodwa akusi global warming. Ihustle sambona namuhla ke uAbulele oyabangena laphana bafethu alobashaya iSpani. Kodwa ke athi nginikhumbuze ngeSpani Q sethu sakule viki bafethu. Nginibuzile ngathi what animal eats and drinks with its tail? What animal eats and drinks with its tail? So isikhathi sokuthi manje nginikeze impendulo. Well bangani bami they all do bafethu ngoba ke asikho isilwane sithi ngoba manje sengiyadla ngoba manje sengiyaphuza amanzi awuthi ngikhipha umsila wami gubekele eceleni ayikho into enjalo bafethu. Ngiyazi ke ukuthi ngidlala ke concentration ngidida lapho nikhona bafethu, but thank you for your participation ngoba ke khona abayitholile khona izinto zabo ezange zihambe kahle kodwa manje athatheni ikhefu futhi masibuya sibone ukuthi intokazi ngabe yayithola injabulo noma ke bazomphula inhliziyo.
So Kath, it's been a long day of activities with Abulele today. Really keen to get the feedback. How did it go and how did she perform in the tasks that we set for her?
Abulele did really well. I'd say the first task, she definitely was very good with the kids, very relaxed. You could see she wasn't very concerned about what was going on. She knew what she was doing. There were a few things that she sort of forgot in the beginning, but she added them in later. She's very confident about asking a question if she doesn't understand, so which is great because you never want someone who just thinks that they'll just keep quiet rather than show they don't know something, so that's great. She's very confident as well. The other task with the when we went out to the community, she was really good and engaging. Also, when she tried to collect the water and she knew she was going to drop the bucket, she very quickly stepped back and said no, she'd rather let the person who does it often do it. She said, I don't know the technique, and I'm kind of glad she did that because it would have been a disaster if the stuff had gone flying down. So I'm glad when someone knows when to change the situation to make it work, and I'm happier with that than having someone who drops the thing and stuff goes everywhere and everyone's upset, Yes. And then third task, after a brief explanation of how to do the activity, she did it really well. As I mentioned earlier, the people were quite tired at the end of their day, so she didn't push it too hard. She kind of just let them ease into the activity. And in the end, she asked quite good questions around the cards. And I think next time she would also be able to probably do it even better and ask a few more sort of personal questions around the issues and that kind of stuff.
Great.
Cool. Bye.
Hello, Abulele.
Hi, Sarah.
Fantastic. How was your day today?
It was a great fun and great experience. I explored quite a lot and yeah, it went very well, I think.
Good. Well, I'm very glad to hear that. Just to let you know, I've had a debriefing with Cass, and she's given me some fantastic news about how the day went and how you interacted with everybody, how you performed in the tasks. So I believe it all went very well from Kat's side. Just a little bit more from your side, how you felt about the different activities and the tasks?
I enjoyed myself having been exposed to different groups of people, the young children, the adults, young adults. So I think it went very well. Had fun with the water from different points in the group. So yeah, it went very
Fantastic. Well. Great. Well, I've got some fantastic news for you today. I'm absolutely thrilled to say to you that we would love to take you on board and that we would love to offer you the internship here at WESSA on the conserve program.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, Sarah. I'm very grateful.
Fantastic. Well, welcome to WESSA.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I had a really great day at WESSA through the interview and the task that they gave me. This job really means a lot for me because I'm going to get exposed into the biodiversity sector and work and find a whole lot of other things and other skills that are necessary. Yeah, it was a fantastic day. Presser, pusher, panda.
Indeed, the grass is green on the other side. Njengoba ke sibonile hasta lethi lisitholeleke umsebenzi kade kudala aphupha ngawo bafethu.
Potso ya rona beke ena e tswa ko Goodness. Goodness a re o batla go tseba gore go a kgonagala gore o be a professional electrician o tswa ko FET College. Goodness, gore o be electrician o lokela go register le company e leng gore ke ya tshwanelo go beya ka tlase ga training. Training eo he e gabedi. Ena le theory, ena le practical. Theory ke yona he o e fumanang ko technical college kapa teng ko di FET College. Practically ke in-service training. Yona ha o etsa o lokela gore o supervise ke motho e leng gore o qualified gore a go supervise bona ba re ba bitsang di tradesmen. Ntho e tla go nka 3 to 4 years. Ha se o qeta o lokela go ngola test e setilweng ke Department of Labour e leng gore e lo qualify wena gore o be a professional artisan. Hopola gore o lokela go ba dilemo di le 16 le ka godimo gore o qualify.
This show is over. It's like water under the bridge bafethu. Nami ke ngicaba ukuthi ngiphume kanje ngiphume studio yabona ngiyoshawa umoya ngishawe ilanga ngithole nje ifresh air ngibe one with nature bafethu. Kodwa nina manje ngifuna ukuba one with us. Niyazimela nixhumana nathi kanjani? Niyalapha ku website yethu ku www.ispani.co.za. Nisala imininingwane lapha le khare kade sikhuluma ngayo namhlanje namanye futhi amaningi esiphathele wona. Noma ke hambe niyosivakashela lapha ku Facebook and click on like and khulume nathi khona lapha. Ngoba sifuna ukwazi kahle kahle nina khamba kanjani ekutholeni umsebenzi. Ngabe kuyalunga kuyabheda nifuna muphi uncedo nifuna ukubonane ehlelweni lethu bafethu nokuthi amapha ama-career futhi amanye nifuna ukwazi kabanzi ngawo noma ke nihambe nisilandele lapha ku Twitter bafethu ku @ispani on SABC1 @ispani on SABC1 ngoba sifuna ukutrenda bafethu ngoba sitrendi kodwa mina mbona kaMntambo ngithi mdonsa zonke intambo sengiphuma kanje kufanele ngitshela ngithi press up push up panda ungaphela umoya faka umoya and remember don't look down look up and stay up. Oh, there's water here. I'm out.